Great and beautiful morning, afternoon to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 261 edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. I would say that the second trading session of the week, generally in the global scene, are still extending the mixed trend that that it closed yesterday. At the end of market yesterday, across the globe, in Asia, in Europe, in America, even Africa, we saw the markets were mixed. Yes, some indicators are down, some are up in green. But this morning, at this hour, in different domain or zone, we are seeing that market is largely down. It has moved down for one reason or the other. Even NGS is not left behind as we speak. Slightly, it's also in red. We can see that no factor driving this market across the globe up and down as a lot of what market reacting to one information or the other, either economic data or earnings that being released to the market. These are the factors also driving these prices, and that is why I tell you that volatility in any way is a good thing for the market because it creates opportunity for you to buy high, buy low, and sell high, and you must understand why you are also in the market, and this will guide you that in any trade you are doing, either on on the future market, commodity market, you are trading stock, you are trading a commodity. No, anything you are doing, you need to have a goal. Once you have a goal, that goal will guide you to know the kind of instrument or the kind of stock or sector where you should play. At the same time, because you have a goal, you can easily also with your goal set out what your buy range, your expected profit, and also your exit entry, your exit strategy. You must have an entry and exit strategy at any given time you are buying a stock. And also you must understand the different phase of the market. Where is the market at this point? What is about to happen? That is why you must not look away from your what from your chart. Chart is your friend. Why is it your friend? It will tell you the attitude, the psychology, the sentiment of the people in the market. You must look at it because when you see market go up and down, some people that are fearful will be panic away. But you as a trader or an investor that understand how to use chart, you will know where the sentiment is moving to and also what is happening at a particular time. That also form you to know what kind of strategy decision to take at that particular time and not that you will be in a market that is going up when it is due for you to take profit because you don't have what is guiding you to remain in the market. That's the market that take you up will also bring you down. And also when the market is at a point that it's really time for you to start making an entry move in position, you are still waiting and whenever you know it, the market have kind of rebounded or have a retracement in up direction. You now start chasing the market that you have seen at a good entering price and you pay to enter. That is why you must know what you want to do, and that is why let everyone that at any given time you must have your watch list. Your watch list is what you are looking at to see this stock come to the right price you have put in your watch list, and also the kind of things you want. You are that once you hit it, you don't need to ask any question because you are using your fundamental or technical anything you are used to have to select your watch list, and that will make it easier for you because you have set the target you are entering and the target you are exiting with your watch list. That make it easier for you to take work to take investment decision. Here this morning, as I said, the second trading day of the week. Already we are seeing that the market at 7 are looking in the downward direction. It's opening lower in some major market across the globe, and this as a result of what all eyes are as to speak on what on the US inflation data or consumer price index, whatever I call it, that will be available tomorrow on Wednesday. But the some trade data that came from China shows that China recovery is still mixed and weak, and that is why you see market also factoring in all this into what is happening in the market. You can see that there are some caution position in the market today. Why? Because to reflect the mixed performance on the data that came from China and also the expected what the US inflation figure, knowing that also that the Bank of England will also be having their policy meeting tomorrow Thursday. On Thursday, sorry, today is Tuesday, on Thursday again. These are the things that also shaping the market. I believe that this week activities at the end of the day, investors will know where the market is going because majority of the Western central banks have done their meeting this period. They all have high rate, and that has been a major concern. That if with this high rate hiking, where is the economy of these people moving already because of the almost 10 consecutive time of rate hike in US? We're already seeing impact on the economy even when some bankers are coming out to say that yes, that the US is not likely to go into a full blow or recession, that the banks are strong and all those stuff. These are the things that come. But I believe that you as investor, you need to keep your eyes on these data to guide you. Yes, in US you can see that we are seeing a mixed data. The job the job report is showing that there's still strong positive. Inflation is coming down as at the last one. Not this one we're expecting, the one for March. You can see these are the things, and also rate hike was also not done, and in the midst we are seeing that inflation continues to rise. Also, we're talking about the shaking banking sector in that environment. But at the same time, the debt ceiling and all those stuff that is according to the secretary to finance, saying that there might be constitutional problem if this debt ceiling is not shifted or to not attend to at the right time. These are the things that people are still not looking the way of much position in US. Rather, they are looking for alternative investment, either in their treasury bill or their fixed income instrument. Also, some are looking at the gold and also looking at the world of Bitcoin. These are the things that we are seeing that domain. But in Europe, also seeing that even when a member of the policy committee came to say that yes, they are high grade, they want to look at the possibility of slowing down. Still, it has not helped sentiment in that period, in that environment, because of what rates have been high, and also fear of Germany entering recession. Also, is all these are what is also pushing a market. That's why we are seeing caution trading around the world as we speak now, because of one reason or the other. And these are the things that investors should have at the back of their mind, because if the market remain in this kind of mode, it's going to affect also those that want to cash out on the short term, where the traders like you and I. That's why I say the caution the attitude is continuing in that domain. Even as I told you earlier that the China trade data was not too attractive, and also all eyes on what on US consumer price index. These are the things that are shaping the market. Even when we are seeing some positive earnings that came from, especially in Europe, we saw some good earnings that emerged from companies that these earnings are good. If you look at also one of the largest oil company, Aramco, also despite that in the first quarter, we saw some slowdown in oil prices, but the company is also plan to review the dividend payout policy, to for their shareholders, even when there's a slowdown in price that's going to kind of impact their earnings, because this company has made huge profit, and also they have taken control of the market because of their capability, and that they expect to also review their world dividend payment. You can see, and on the strength of that, you can see that these are the things that markets are looking at to see where the market will go from here. For me, there's no cause for alarm at all. All we need to do as investors that whatever is happening in this natural economy has a way of reflecting or also influencing what is happening in our own economy here. Because I said it earlier that the recovery of the second largest economy, is still very, very, slow, because of what the data that are coming from there are showing that even when they have lifted the COVID-19 restriction, some sectors of the economy are still struggling. That's why we are still seeing mixed data also emanating from them in terms of their trade and all of that. But I believe that we don't need to panic, but rather we need to make information. Since we are trading here, while we're looking at the bottom from top to bottom is what those that are also trading in this material market, and also how this material market has influence on our own market. But good news that the Asia market, as we speak, is also mixed, but still some stocks are looking up, and that of Europe is also most flat because of what a pullback we're also seeing. But you can see that the oil market, or the crude oil market, continues also to dive. As we speak now, it has also extended its pullback, and we know because this continued fear of a flow of recession, and also the West Central Bank hiking rate. These are the things that also slowing down that market. And as far as China, which is the second largest economy, trade data are not looking good. It has also influencing this kind of price move we're seeing. Even when we saw their holiday, they were kind of high, booking for the holiday, for good holiday. See, the data companies has not confirmed in part of that. For that, investors are very, very careful. But if you look at the world of Africa, Africa is still missed as we speak now, while NGS is slightly in the red, not flat red we're seeing, but we're seeing that investors in NGS has continued to increase their stake. That's why we are seeing volume resurfacing. You're seeing cross D from one sector to the other sector. You see also companies doing volume. It tells you that smart money is gradually coming to the market as we speak now after seeing the impressive Q1 number in the market down here. That's why investors must understand all this so that at the end of the day you will know how to what to play your market. But I believe that this volume we're seeing is sustainable. Then because what as Q1 look very attractive, like I said yesterday, that it gives you an insight to that you start taking position. Then when Q2 come and the same trend is sustained, then you now see more price looking in the north direction because once a company earnings is looking positive, that is what price feed on, and that suggests also or a pointer that this company are likely to give you what impressive payout. We have seen also that most companies on the exchange did well in their full year 2022, and most of them also have extended that impressive performance in Q1. And payout also be a function of what you earn at the end of the day. And if we are seeing positive earnings, even when the economy has an issue, now that the economy is finding its feet gradually, we might see a better number that also to pay a higher payout at the end of the day. And that's why you are seeing that the market is still making a what called a lower high, no lower high right now because it's not lower low now, lower high because that's why it's trying to rebound. As we speak now, market is also trading above the trend line. The good thing is that most sectors of the economy are looking good. If you saw what happened yesterday in the market, all the five major sectors were in green. It says that people are really taking protein of where those stocks that have kind of review some undervalued state and we are seeing potential that price will go up. That's why we are seeing this rebound and also liquidity that is coming from cash dividend that have been paid to shareholders is also a support for the market. These are the good things that investors to know. And being that the government, that we're expecting the new government that is underway now, are likely also to do what they support market for, being pro market, in their disposal, in their disposition and all those stuff. I believe that has the role for influencing the market. For me, the eyes are on what on the April consumer price index and also what will be the outcome of the last MPC meeting for this administration, this current administration. If that at the end of it, I believe that being the last one, I don't see the need for them to increase their rate and then or might leave it to see that the incoming government how okay they plan and all that will also guide of what to. But for me, investor stay in good sound companies and also relax your mind. We are seeing the life of assets and what is happening this morning. We'll come back to that to see how this chart is doing and that we're going to put more on that chart right away after looking at what the market report. We saw the notification from MTN and Airtel were able to work to renew their license in terms of their broadband. For me, it's a good one. That these companies are ready to do business and they are all having their good corporate governance, which is good for them. We saw the life of police microfinance was adjusted for their dividends of 10 kobo today too. These are the things that happen in the market. Quick one, we go to see what the market is doing. Then we'll now go to our chart. We have a lot of stuff to chart this hour because of we're seeing profit taking is surfacing this afternoon. We want to look at those stocks that have the tendency to pull back further. There's a tell that difference between a retracement and a reversal. If you want to know the meaning of what it takes for a retracement and a reversal, you won't panic. When you see a reversal, you know, and you see a retracement, you know. And when you see a retracement, you need to hold your peace. But when you see a reversal, you need to also see whether it can take profit immediately or cut loss. You need to understand at what time you take loss, cut loss, at what time you take profit, and also when you see a sign of retracement, is it time for you to wait and buy more, or also what will you be doing in this different market situation? As we speak now, market is likely what in the red, like I told you, almost flat. Market is doing 52,576.13 and just down negative 3.39. That is market is almost nearly flat as we speak. But if you look at the market breadth as we speak, or what we call a decline to advanced line, we're seeing that the sellers are much this hour. We're having 11 decliners and just 9 advancers in the market as we speak. For the top decliners as we speak this morning is NACO. NACO is down almost 10%, 9.7, followed by Linkage Assurance. Also, I see the life of Academic Press, Aduva, and the Nigeria Brewery. Like I always say that you don't fall in love with an up market. Seeing how the movement of NACO, seeing profit taking activity is part and part of the market. You don't need to panic on that circumstance, on that effect as we speak. that of linked assurance, we know how it moved from almost 43 kobo to almost 59 profit taking. Also, Adova is oscillating. It's called up today. The next day, it comes down. You can see Nigeria Brewery, since they put a negative number for Q1, market has been treating them that, but because of the nature of the stock and also the shareholding structure, at times you also see they try to resist pullback, but still I'll tell you, because that number is very, very poor. It didn't, many investors were disappointed. Yes, we understand what is happening, the high exchange rate, and also sourcing for their their exchange rate to buy things at a high price. It also reflected in that the loss recorded was majorly from the exchange market. For me, it's what you want to look at. But you want to look at the side, the gainer side. I said there are nine. To speak now because John Holt is the one leading the pack with almost 8.8, followed by computer warehouse group. You can see transport rebounding. This morning again, almost 8.5% in the green. You can see Sovereign Trust Insurance and Champion Brewery. These are the top gainers. There's we have others, but these are the top gainers. If you also look at in terms of trade, in terms of volume, Access Bank maintained that high volume, almost trading about 70.3 million share at 11 naira 50 kobo. Even this morning, we have seen that stock pulling back to as low as 11 naira 10 kobo. 11 naira this morning. You can see that those that are also the position for dividend. Today is the qualification day. The markdown day is tomorrow. That means many people want to take advantage of today to enter the stock before it's marked down. But I tell you that the potential in this bank is enormous, and people are trying to also take advantage of that. It's followed by UBA. UBA in terms of volume, UBA have done 39 million shares, and NEM Insurance have done 30 million shares, and Transcorp 33 million shares from NEM, and 31 million shares for Transcorp. And the next one there is Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank is comfortably at 24 naira 50 kobo, trading 22.1 million shares. These are the stocks in terms of volume. Yes, we come back straight now to our market. You can see the chart here as usual. I think the trend line make it easier for me. Why we look at chart is that before you take any decision in the market, you must know the word, kind of review the state of the market. Where is the chart moving? What else should you do at that particular time? You need to understand the face of the market, and next move from there. That will help you, to take a good decision as to speak. That is how to go about the market. If you look at the market now on this chart, yes, market is already at a new, kind of a markup phase for accumulation phase. Anyone want to call it, but I would say this is a markup phase already. At this point, we are seeing accumulation. Here is also going up. If we continue, that would be a good one. But if you look at the broad market, as we can see, market are rallying up here. You see, a pullback. At this pullback, saw some solution state here before entering decline, but trying to oscillate, resist this decline. That's why we are seeing this recovery we are seeing here now. For me, there's no cause for allow for the market. For a quick one, I need to call up indicators that we need to also use in this class to see where we are going. The advanced and the decline line I'll show you is about market rate, but let's look at others that we can work with. Let's take a MACD here. We use MACD before, we use ADS yesterday. Look at MACD. Look at moving average exponential. That is 8, and the money flow, which is very, very key. You need to know, is there smart money in the market and what is happening. Once you're able to know that, you are good to go, because you know what is happening, where is the fund going in that market. Once you're able to identify where the fund is going, tell you that really you are in charge of the market activities. Yes, if you look at our market, that's why the market is relatively flat this hour. Even as we speak now, market has even turned to the, looking at market is becoming, to have almost wipe out the 0 point something, entering a flat green now, which is also good for the market, because I believe that before the end of the day, might see the market finally at in the red position or bouncing back to the green. But if you look at the chart now, even the market on the daily chart is above the T line. We are seeing that MACD is bullish already. You can see where it is bullish. And money flow this morning, it tells you that it has reached, thought it's as high as what 76.74 point, which is good. You can see that for me, this is a daily chart now. And money flows above. It said the liquidity is in the market. I told you there are two types of liquidity driving the market now. One, the last week of April, bond maturity that provided liquidity for the financial market, which most of them are seeing potential. That's why we are seeing some volume and some cross deal in some of the companies we are seeing, and that has continued. And also, as the companies that declare dividend are paying no cash, that's just to provide liquidity for the market. And you know that liquidity is the first fundamental of any market. No matter how impressive the result is, no matter how good the management is, no matter if your result in the market there's no liquidity, market price will go anywhere. But if result is good and there's liquidity, you see the price rising for almost a week or more than. But when result is good and there's no liquidity, you can see that stock move a day and a half, don't go anywhere because there's no liquidity. Liquidity is very, very strong fundamental of the market at any given time, so that we have it at the back of our mind to know exactly what we are looking for in a market. This is a full, a day market index. If a day price in the action or candlestick, but let's look at 1 hour to see what you're doing in the last 1 hour. The last 1 hour market has maintained that positive trend, and trading above the T line. And on the 1 hour, the money flow is looking down, while MACD remain bullish even on the 1 hour chart. We quick one look at the 15-minute chart before we finally move to another stock. On 15-minute chart, market is still trading above the T line. It's good. And money flow is just slowing down little to around 56. And MACD is also slightly bearish on this occasion. On this note, quickly look at what is happening in NACO. Is it a retracement or a reversal? We'll look at it together so that you know exactly what to do with that situation. Is it a reversal we are seeing? You can see that on the 15-minute chart, profit taking activities has started in that stock in the last look at 15 minutes, which you can see that the rest are all below the T line here. And this is just the 15-minute chart. You can see that there's still opportunity. You can see where we're seeing money flow low. That means there's up. And also MACD on the 15 minute, I'll tell you that this stock will still go up. For what I'm seeing MACD here, it's already kind of divergent. It breaks divergent even when it slowed down this morning from 15-minute chart. These are the things you should keep your eyes on. Then quickly go to 1 hour chart for NACO, but that will make it more better. On the last 1 hour, even when it pulled back like 2 hours, trying to also rebound it again. It's doing as to speak now 2 naira 61 kobo as to speak. But MACD on 1 hour chart is bearish. Now you can see it here. 1 hour, bearish, and money flow is below 50, reading around 33. So we finally go to a day chart that will give us a clear direction where the market is going. This trend we're seeing here is what I call a reversal. You can see that it was flat for 2 days, but now even when it tried to break the T line, it came back to trade flat on T line, and that's why we are seeing this form of a long week. And on the technically in this kind of format we are seeing, if you see it in the stock upside trend, it also gives you a sign of an uptrend. But MACD, you know that the stock is set to go on a bearish trend, because you can see that once it crossed this signal line here down, that will confirm what a bear market was. It's still good that it has not crossed based on the red. You can see the blue one is resting on the red line. Once it crosses that will confirm a pullback and also a slowdown. But money flow remain up to be the 76 points, like I told earlier. For me, this is a good one for NACO. I mean, you don't need to panic if you're in NACO, but rather take advantage of what you are seeing in the price of NACO now. To take advantage, because this is a company that by Friday is the qualification day for the stock, and the Monday will be marked down. Anything you are seeing stock pulling back in this kind of stock, you need to take up a because we are seeing that the fundamentals in 2022 was fantastic. That trend we saw in Q1, we need to confirm with the Q2 result that we have opportunity to whether to stay in this stock or take profit and come back later, depending on your investment objective. For me, the market is not doing bad. All the indicators are working out for NACO. Another stock that is trying to resist the decline is Access Club. I told you the Access Club have touched 10 naira, 11 naira, 10 kobo this morning. Because of fear that yes, its price has gone up, people are taking profit, and that is why it's coming back. But if you look at what I said, that we saw for NACO is not a reversal but a retracement pattern. That means since you can see that even when it tries to go, it resists going on and down. It came back to slow above what? Above the T line in that position, which is very, very good for me. And also the same thing is applying here in Access Bank. You can see that Access Bank has broken different, so let's turn this one to a weekly chart so you can see what I mean. Access. You can see Access weekly chart here. You can see the way it's coming. This is like a source of formation if you look at the chart. But if you come here and see that the stock is trading on what? Above the T line powerfully. Even when it tried to pull back yesterday, still above what? Above the T line. For me, this is good for assets because it gives you a lot of you know, insight to know what to do as investor. But you can see that even the pullback here, at the period to start coming down, it shows that yes, it's trying to resist decline. And let's see how I go. I can see that MACD is positive, stronger in assets for for me. It's not a bad one at all. And money flow is still looking up, only that it has not crossed the 50 point. That is what we're looking at 8 naira as we speak, which is good for UBA. I think for me, it's a time to see how you can look at that way. And let people look at UBA. If time not to study this daily chart alone, let's look at what is happening in UBA. What are the inherent potential in UBA? Did it start pointing to it at all, or is just on its own? We see how transport change. UBA have that kind of momentum to change. But if you look at UBA on a daily chart, UBA is now flat on the T line, even when it has been below T line when they mark down. You can see it when they mark the stock down here, it has been below T line, but it has traded here, but it has not broken up. But now it's trading slightly above the T line on a red position. And MACD is telling us that this stock is about to go bullish. You can see that it has crossed the signal line to become a bullish line. That we need to also add, need to also add and watch very well. If you look at also the money flow index here, it's looking down. Even when that's why you need to keep your eyes very well. Money flow is looking downwards, almost crossing, and we're seeing also a sell volume. Yeah, that's why we are seeing a red one for NACO. For me, profit taking NACO is one good, but that's why we are seeing the red. That means people are selling off for NACO for another position on another stock. All these are good for investors that understand how to do the chart. Because even the two things I just showed you, this and this are giving you insight where you should be looking at stock to be. I know that those that attended the Saturday class last Saturday, you know the stock to buy, and those that are in this class also that are yet to subscribe, nothing stop you want to look that way and do the needful so that you also be having an advantage over the market or taking opportunity of information shared or knowledge shared to invest wisely at the end of the day. Because all the purpose of all this we are doing is for us, our portfolio, to remain red and increase so that we're able to create that wealth that after market support at any level in any domain. On this note, I will say thank you for your time and we look forward to see you again tomorrow, hopefully by God's grace. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. Yeah, feel free to ask questions in our social media and also you can call me one-on-one and also you can WhatsApp also my colleague and myself to just take it from there and give you a proper perspective for every question you are asked and what you are asking. That's why anytime we're leaving, we always have to also respond to your question and also give feedback from those that have answered. On this note, I'll say bye and enjoy the rest of your training day. See you tomorrow, hopefully, at your place.